Hello, everybody. Hi, Nat.
Hi, Sam. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Oh, here we are. It's 2021 and the world's brilliant, and we're on the Oakville Subdivision, and we're going to be doing a bit of that. So Happy New Year there.
Yeah, Happy New Year indeed. This is my first stream of 2021.
It's my first stream of 2021. How jolly exciting! Of course, I did a stream only 2 or 3 days ago, so it barely even counts. But I say 2 or 3 days ago. It feels like it's 2 or 3 days ago. It was last week. Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. We're going to be mixing things up with streams this year. We're going to be diversifying a little bit more, but not today. No.
Not today.
This is business as usual. We're not quite up to full ramming speed yet. So we're going to be sticking around, doing lots of streams for you, and we'll be covering some tutorials. We'll be doing some previews.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now you've got an exclusive series coming.
Do I know? I actually know what it is, but yes, I do.
Yeah. Don't mock the intro voice. That's no good at all. So you can tell people what your exclusive series is.
It is what I... Oh, God, it better be what I think it is.
On stream, you're going to be doing what?
I assume it's the livery editor.
That's it. The livery designer. It's a
designer.
Livery designer.
Sorry, livery designer.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going to be getting good with the livery designer. You are going to be our internal livery design expert.
I am indeed going to make pretty things on stream and show you how I do it. Is the general idea.
I mean, good luck with that. And I'm going to be doing similar, but with the scenario designer.
Well, there we go then.
Planner. Whatever it's called. They're all synonyms for editor, but we're too afraid to use the word editor in case people get the wrong idea.
I said livery editor and then corrected it, and then you said livery designer and edited yourself.
Yeah. So there you go. So you've got that to look forward to, as well as all the usual kind of gubbins, the usual people doing the usual kind of stuff. That's good. And more Train Simulator as well.
Of course.
More Train Simulator. Yeah, there. Speed Slate, did I get my medal? No, not yet. It can wait. I'm in no hurry. I've got enough medals already.
No.
Yeah, all of them.
This is a particularly good one.
All of them 100% authentic, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I just need to make the chat work, because the chat is not scrolling again. Flipping chat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to depend on you to. I tell you what, I'm going to depend on you to do the chat.
Oh, I see how it is.
You fish out the questions, and if I have an answer, I'll answer them. Right, today I'm doing a bit of switching. Now, usually I don't do switching. It's what I prefer. It's what I enjoy playing most, actually, if I'm on my own. But it's because you have to concentrate, and therefore, if you're streaming on your own, switching while streaming on your own does not make for a happy combination.
I mean, you end up crashing into them.
Or overshooting or failing to set points correctly and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So no, a bit of switching. We're doing Y913 for those of you who want to play along at home, and I'm playing in the winter, but the sun's out.
Okay.
So it might as well be any time of year other than winter. Right, I've got to get in business here. Let's bang that in. Let's turn the business on. There you go. Have some of that. Right. I do need the front headlights. I do. That's the thing I need.
I see Tiny Boy Games asking, is this Sam Patch Grade? No, it's Oakville Subdivision.
That's
Vision, right? Yep.
Yeah, I like it. I like it toasty in my cab. That's the thing we like. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Then I've missed my ditch lights. There we go. Yeah. Right. Okay. That was pretty good. We're on a GP38 today. I think it's GP38-2, if I'm right. It always does this, First time I jump outside, it always kind of goes, oh, flipping heck, I better load a bit more scenery in. You're going to go, yes, yeah, you probably should.
It's not keen on it to begin with.
Yeah, but here we go.
When is the next roadmap out? Isn't that on Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday?
Yep. We didn't do one this week because the studio closes over the Christmas break, and turn that off. And therefore there's not an awful lot to report.
Yeah.
So the first one will be next Tuesday. In, fingers crossed, new format.
Oh, you're doing that for Tuesday,
because I'm the one doing it. I've missed something. What have I missed? Oh, I haven't put a reverser in a fault. There you go. That helps. Right, there you go. Give it a try now.
Is multiplayer going to come to Train Sim World 2 soon? I mean, no, not soon is probably not. No.
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 There you go. I mean, that's the right
That's
answer.
the blunt way of putting it, basically.
You can use the traditional roadmap deflect there.
Yeah.
But if and when we start working on multiplayer, you'll know about it.
Yeah.
You won't need to ask the question. If we're working on it, you won't need to ask because you'll know. We'll be talking about it. But since we're not, you can infer what you will.
And I saw a similar question regarding Steam. It's similar answer.
Same thing. If it was coming, we'd be talking about it.
Exactly.
Now, obviously, both things are on our to-do list, but we assembled those things on our to-do list a good few years ago, and we've yet to really move them forward at all. So we don't. When we get round to it, we'll get round to it.
Yeah.
But our main priority at the moment is in making the game run as smoothly as possible for as many people as possible. I think I braked a little too early there. Let's give it a little bit more, because the back enemy consist has got to clear the points.
Seno Snore says, is Oakville Subdivision worth it in your opinions? It's the only route I don't have and I'm not sure. Unfortunately, we can't really make that decision for you. It entirely depends on what type of route you enjoy. What are some pros for this route, Sam?
It's in Canada.
It's in Canada? Okay.
Yeah. That's a pro for starters.
Yeah.
It depends. If you like heavy freight with a bunch of switching, it's got some extra gameplay stuff in there that is out of the ordinary. So you actually fill up the tankers when you're let's get Arsenal here. Don't get me wrong, it's hardly revolutionary as far as a bit of extra gameplay goes, but you know, it adds a bit of variety to what you're getting up to normally. Right, I need to swing you over the... No, not that one. It is that one. Yeah, it is that one. Behave yourself. Alright. Allow me to interface. Thank you. Alright, there you go. Right, that's that one. And then we just need to make sure we got this one set. There you go. Yeah.
I saw a question saying...
No, you had it right already.
Sorry, I just saw someone saying, I think Raildriver can be used with every loco currently in the game. I don't think it can. If you look at the... we did an article about it just before Christmas, and there's a nice list on there that shows you what you can use Raildriver with.
I mean, you're free to experiment, obviously, because it's in beta formation. Formation? It's got formation in the brain. It's in beta
like
format
the word.
at the moment. So experiment away, but we do have a list of the ones that we've tried and tested.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Okay. Close that. In fact, I was dooming myself to failure there by not opening the windows.
Laserjet, Natalie, do you look after the Train Sim World forums? I do tend to monitor them from day to day, yeah. You'll usually catch me on there the most.
Yeah, no, over the break, everybody's been getting involved just to make sure that everything was suitably under control. But now it's more or less your house.
It is. I let everybody in on the holidays to help me out, and I'm back at it now.
Right, let's lock this out here and toddle up down the other end so I can measure up my coupling adequately. There you go. That's good. Yeah, that's all fine. Assuming I've set the points correctly. I don't know if I've confused myself with the switches. I have to look at it and go, is that pointing the right way? And you go, yes, it's pointing the right way.
Joseph Adams is asking, is there any more trains coming to Train Sim World 2? Yes, there is, and you can have a look at the roadmap and it'll tell you exactly what's coming.
You have a look at the roadmap and let them know you're not doing anything useful. You don't need to watch me doing this. You know, I've got it under control. For now, anyway. Let them know. Be a font of knowledge. How much do you already know that's on there? I could test you.
I know more about routes than specific locos, if I'm being completely honest. The names I try to remember and struggle with.
Oh, that was maybe a little bit brisk. only just a little bit brisk, but that's okay. Right, a bit of uncouplage. We'll stick service on. I'll stick the independent on as well.
Okay, Loco.
Also, because I'm a professional, I shall stick the reverser into neutral.
This is a rather large list of locos. Are you sure you want me to read it off?
Yeah. People want to know, and don't forget, not everybody reads the roadmap. They may well tune in to try and get some level of additional knowledge about what's going on, and you drop that knowledge cannon.
Here we go then. While you're concentrating, I'll read out the Loco add-ons we are currently working on. So we have the GCC-L701, the BR Class 313 EMU for East Coastway. The DKK-L702, the DBBR 187.
You don't need to read out the secret code.
Which was the secret code?
The secret code is a classification system that we came up with so that because it's a collectibles thing, right?
Okay.
This is Paul's idea, and it's a really good idea. Is if you're ever wading through a catalogue of stuff, you'll go. So I've got numbers 1, 2, and 4. I haven't got number 3. Where do I get number 3 from? You see, and
I get it. Yeah.
Because what we're trying to build here is a collection that will last people many years. And therefore being able to identify what you have and don't have at a moment's notice is good. It also tells you at a glance whether one thing is compatible with another.
I see.
In a realism sense.
Well, I should point out that the DBBR 187 is developed by Skyhook Games.
Right.
Am I okay to continue?
Yep. Yeah. No, you go ahead. I'm just going to make sure I actually have coverage, right? Yeah.
The BR Class 465 EMU for Southeastern High Speed.
And
we're also working on the route for that one, which is soon. The DBBR 101 for Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr. Rhein-Ruhr. Oh, God. I'm working on it.
EI in German is I.
I don't even know how to pronounce the next loco. Voslo?
Yeah, Voslo.
Voslo G6 for
Ruhr. Yeah.
Austin. That one's developed by TSG. Who's TSG?
Train Sim Germany.
Thank you. DBBR 420 electric multiple unit for Hauptstrecke München-Augsburg, and this one's also developed by TSG. And the DBBR 232 diesel locomotive for Racing Nord, also developed by TSG.
There you go.
Yeah. Right. Nice little selection there.
Smash. Now, someone in the chat is probably already saying, why are you changing your switches on foot rather than just using the map to do it? I prefer switching them on foot because I've got it into my head that the more times I actually go and interfere with switches manually, the greater the likelihood is that eventually I know what I'm doing. It's good practice to get a feel for the correct orientation of a switch.
Okay.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Right, where are we going? Backwards.
Does DTG get back to work on Monday? We were back to work this Monday that's just been, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, Matt's not back for another 2 weeks, I don't think.
Well, it's good for him to have some time off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to convince Matt to take any time off, because otherwise he just ends up working constantly. You go, Matt, you look incredibly tired. He goes, no, I'm fine. You got to go, Matt, you're not fine. You're incredibly tired. It's obvious.
I'm just seeing someone ask, which route will the DBBR 101 come to? It says HRR sometimes, SFS. It's the
I can't remember, because everybody's got confused about it, and every time we tell them the right one that it's on, everybody goes, it shouldn't be on that one. We go, no, that's the one that it's on.
It's the HRI.
And I can't remember which way around it is.
And I guarantee it is. I corrected it all. I corrected the spreadsheet that was incorrect. It's definitely HRR.
Right. Which is?
Hauptstrecke Rheinroute.
Very good. Hey, it's not so hard. Just have confidence. Have confidence in your own ability to speak a little bit of German.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect. I have to just keep practicing.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Can you release more American East Coast routes?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. And that's not, some glib nonsense answer. We want to do more American routes, full stop. Because they've been lacking for the last year. And if you filled out a survey that we did recently, and you do have a taste for American services, whether freight or passenger, then your feedback there will have been incredibly useful. But I haven't started looking at it yet. That's my job for next week. But
does that mean people can still fill it in if they'd like?
No, it's closed now. We closed the survey. You have to draw a line under it at some point. And we've done that. So it had 2.5, 3 weeks.
Tube fan, I did not say I was going to say that, and I'm still not going to. It's a very long Welsh word. Well, place.
Is it the famous Welsh place that is there just to challenge English people?
That's the one.
Yeah.
The one where even Welsh speakers struggle to pronounce it.
Well, I imagine you just run out of enthusiasm for it after a while, don't you? You just kind of go, well, you know where I'm talking about it. Land, whatnot, go, goch.
Yeah. There's so many L's in it, it's hard to distinguish between whether you should say a double L or if it's a singular L, because obviously it makes different noises and you have to concentrate. And
there you go.
See,
we've got a Welsh national dissing their own language live for you on Dovetail Games Rail Fan TV.
You try saying it.
Nope, I don't need to. I'm English. We don't say anything in another language unless we absolutely have to, and then we'll then explain what we need in English afterwards because we're ignorant. See, that's what we do. So that is the English way. Can I turn the game noise down a bit? Thank you. See, that's the sort of thing you can mention. I'm getting it 5 minutes later. Right. No, that's the audio. There you go. Master volume. Let's rock that down a little. Yeah, if I'm insisting on staying outside, then let's keep the volume to a manageable level.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Apparently, it's only when you're outside the cab, but it's good to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm going to spend some time outside the cab. I like to see what I'm up to.
Fair enough.
Can Raildriver be used with this particular Loco?
I will find out for you right now. I don't believe so.
Is the right answer.
What, saying I'll find out?
No, is you'll find out right now.
I will find out.
Yeah, that's good. Hold on. This feels like I've gone wrong here somewhere.
Have you done an upsy?
No, I don't think I have, but I'm already pointing forwards, which rather surprises me. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Yeah, it's easy enough to just go the other way if I have got this wrong.
It is not on our list, so no.
Not at the moment.
No.
But again, try it out. If you've got Raildriver, give it a go.
Yep.
Obviously, with Raildriver support coming in, this is only on PC, unfortunately, but We will be making steps to make sure everything works with it. But we've got a tried and tested list to start with.
And the feedback that we get at the moment is invaluable, so please do let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I did change the second I switched. I did. Does it look like I did? I don't know. We'll find out momentarily.
Will the class...
I didn't. I got that wrong.
I don't know if you know the answer to this, Sam. Will the class 465 have Siemens motors?
Siemens.
Siemens motors.
I before E.
I before E. Siemens.
Yeah. Don't know.
Don't know. I don't know either.
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, missed it. Yeah. That's fine. It's okay. This is what happens when I'm switching. You see, I always miss a junction at some point. I've chosen the right one. Yeah, I have chosen the right one. Okay. All right, off we go.
Have you just made another mistake?
Yeah, it's okay. But see, look, this is the real joy. Is that we were talking about this while we were warming up to the stream. Is that for some reason you find yourself intimidated by the big old American freights?
I do. I don't know what it is about them. I think it's because there's so many buttons. Maybe the thought of
no, there's far fewer buttons. Well, okay, admittedly, there's not fewer buttons than driving a modern EMU, where you've got a grip it and rip it lever, and that's about it. Right, stick it in neutral.
Okay.
Stick it in neutral, thank you. Right,
Here's
okay,
the
let's try that again and get it right.
What would be a good freight to learn on?
This
what
one.
would be
This
would be a good one.
Yeah, GP38, pretty straightforward stuff.
Yeah.
Either that, or you could do German freight if you want to, get to grips with manhandling a consist that's a bit longer, because they're very modern in terms of the Loco. So the Loco operation will be something you're more familiar with. But these are far more. They're just. It's what the boss would say is agricultural.
Okay.
By which it means that there's fewer electronic doodads in between you and the thing you're trying to make it do. So it doesn't do as much of the heavy lifting with control that you get on a more modern train. So what you do is what's going to happen effectively, and it's all a lot of handles. Lots and lots of handles.
Yeah, that's the bit that scares me.
Easy peasy. Well,
you know which handles.
Peasy. I've made a dog's dinner of this already, but that's okay.
Speed saying how much miles is Southeastern? I don't know off the top of my head, but I can find out.
You can measure it. I can't remember. I think it's 60 kilometres or something like that.
I can find out before the next stream, but I can't find out right now.
We've done it before. You can just go and get a measure for it yourself. That's relatively straightforward to do, because it's the route from St Pancras down to, I'm going to say Faversham, but I'm not entirely sure I'm right. Ooh, bit swift again.
Oh.
That's all right. It's fine. It's only explosives that we're hauling, so
it's fine, yeah.
It's all good. Right, 3.9 miles up the caper here. You know what? I'm going to drive it from here. I don't know if you're supposed to switch ends or not. One would imagine while switching you stay put. That's what one imagines anyway. Right, let's stick it in reverse.
Do the wagons tell you what explosives you're carrying?
It's not. It's paint. It says so on the wagon.
See,
there you go. If
Okay.
you can make it out, just below where it says plate C, it says paint Hempel 374 US. Now, of course, that might just be the colour of the wagon. I don't know, but I'm assuming I'm hauling paint. I would also assume that it would have some kind of stirring device going on.
I did a pyrotechnics qualification once, and I can't remember how to tell what the explosives are.
They
but
usually have a warning sticker.
Yeah, but it's to do with numbers. A certain number
I see.
lets you know what explosive you're carrying. So, like, if it would make like a bang, or if it would just melt stuff and all that kind of things. There you go. Fun
I
fact
left the
for you.
independent brake again. I was looking at my brake cylinder acting all squirrely, and it's because I had the independent on again.
Oh, Mike has just come to the rescue. Apparently, it's 51 miles, 82 kilometers for
And that's why we
Southeastern
keep
high
Mike
speed.
around, because he
Thank
answers
you,
the
Mike.
questions. Yeah, he's not a performing video monkey, Mike. No, he's the man with the plan in the background. I'm rather hoping these switches are set correctly, otherwise we're going to be rudely interrupted at the moment. Oh no, it's all good.
Nice.
Now I should be. This is. You know how every time I drive something German,
Yes.
everybody yells at me for not using PZB.
Yes.
On this one, what I should be finding is people yelling at me for not honking correctly as I approach a level crossing like I just did, which I believe, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong, is 2 longs, 1 short, 1 long.
Oh, I was supposed to look this up and I forgot.
The horn signalling guidebook.
Yes.
It's quite in depth. It makes a lot of sense because an awful lot of US freight, particularly, runs at street level rather than being routed away from street. It kind of there's a lot of level crossing. Let's just give it a go here.
Yeah, someone just said, isn't that the US horn signaling
Oh,
code?
I'm in Canada. I'm in
Yeah.
Canada. That might not count.
Well, that's what I was wondering as well. I was going to look it all up to figure it out because everybody kept on asking me to do the horn when I was doing, which one's the one with the baby bullet?
Peninsula Corridor.
Yes, and there's loads of level crossings, and I kept on getting the horn wrong. And then I was like, I'm going to learn how to do it. And I forgot to learn how to. But they're saying short, long, then long going over the road.
What? Short, long, short?
Says short, long, then long going over the road. I don't know if that's correct.
Short, triple, long. I've never heard short, triple, long as
I've never heard short, triple, long before.
No, that's not one I'm familiar with. I think you're making it up.
Unless it's a Canadian one.
No, I would imagine if the Canadians were going to have a similar horn system going on, that they would just replicate that of their American cousins since they're on the same continent. There's no sense in coming up with one of their own.
Oh, someone said long. Oh, long, short, long.
That's what I said. Hey,
Yeah,
I
there you
actually know something.
Hey, well done you. Oh yeah, in the US and Canada it's the same.
See, I use logic.
Yes, but that doesn't mean the
where
rest of the
knowledge
world
is
does.
empty, I apply a small amount of logic to it.
Oftentimes, logic doesn't always win.
Yeah. Yeah, but the rest of the time you can at least say, well, I used logic and it didn't really get me anywhere.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Good. Alright, what else we got going on in the chat? They can't be that quiet, there's loads of them.
Louis asking, next live stream you guys do, can you do the Long Island Railroad? Well, I have some good news for you, Louis. On Thursday next week, I will be driving the Long Island Railroad. So there you go. You can look forward to that next Thursday.
Okay. Well, that sounds like an adventure. Do you know what you're driving yet?
Yes, I do. I'm driving the M3.
Okay, yeah, good choice.
Well, I don't think I've done it before, so that's why.
There you go. All right. If the game sound is too loud while I'm stuck outside the cab, I will be inside the cab, but I reserve the right to stick my head out the window like a dog. Also, the other reason that US freight is a good wheeze is this is your normal kind of speed.
Okay.
I'm doing 11 miles per hour.
Is next Tuesday a roadmap? Yes, it is. Yep. And will there be any Great Western Express live streams? I don't think there's any scheduled for next week, but we can
there's no reason why not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But what we're trying to get away from is the Let's Play style streams that we did last year, a lot of, because the main reason we noticed the number of people who tune in to watch, and it's always a healthy number and it's always lovely, but we can't help but notice that when we're doing a preview, or it's the roadmap where we're talking about the game and how it's being developed, rather than showing off something you could already be doing for yourself, then loads of people turn up. So we're going to try and do more of that. Oh, hold on.
Heartier streams is a way of wording it, I guess.
A purpose behind them.
Yeah.
A point to them beyond just playing it for the sake of playing it, because you can do that. You don't need us doing that, but what you need is what you can't provide for yourself, which is information about what's coming up in the future.
Oh,
or
you
maybe
can answer
going
this.
into more depth about what's available now.
Tom's asking, would Dovetail ever do a charity stream?
Yeah.
Have they been done in the past?
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Yep.
It's often Matt off his own back, but Dovetail will then always contribute to Matt's charity streams.
Please make Train Sim World videos on your channel again. Okay.
I did one last week.
Very
Just
good.
saying.
Okay. Will the BR101 come out with the intercity control car? Intercity control car.
The control car. We're not talking about it yet. We only start talking about the new stuff coming up when we've got all the information, so we can show it off at the right time. So we're not doing. This is not. I know that everybody wants to know what's going on with the BR101, and we don't have that information for you yet.
Yep. Ooh, Sam, what is your favourite German route?
I don't have one. I think.
You don't have
Well, actually, I think possibly Cologne, because I've been there a bunch of times.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But I've also been to Munich. But in Cologne, I've been on the train from Cologne on numerous occasions. So
So when you're driving, you're like, ooh, I've been on this.
Sorry?
When you're driving it, you're like, ooh, I've been on this.
No. I haven't been for a couple of years, but I have. I've been, obviously, because Gamescom's in Cologne, you see. So I have been there quite a few times.
I'd love to go to Gamescom.
It's an experience.
Yeah. I like cons.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But the thing you're better off liking is queues. If you like queuing, then look no further.
I mean, I am.
It's true madness, actually. I've done a couple of things where I see people turn up, then queue for 4 hours to get 15 minutes on something that is going to be what it is. But that's fandom right there. I'm a huge fan of this. I am prepared to queue for 4 hours to get an early look at this year's entry. I'm really assuming that the points are set correctly here. Otherwise, I don't know where we're going. In theory, we're heading down to Hamilton Yards, but I couldn't tell you for sure.
I mean, with being British as well, it is in my blood to be able to queue quite efficiently, you know?
Yep.
So,
yep, absolutely. Speaks to our national identity.
Ooh, I like what you've done there with the camera angle. It's pretty. I like that.
I'm possibly a little bit too low down. That's with all the shots I take, I'm usually too low down.
I don't know, I like that. I think it's a good, because like the way the tracks are all, I like it.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
Yeah. This looks like there's no motion blur. Please confirm, Sam.
I believe it's on. I'll have to check my settings, but I believe it's on. Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to duck inside before I took my head off. See. It might just be a game, but I'm still likely to duck out of the way if there's a pole coming straight at my face. That's not what you want. Right, I'd quite like to stick my head out the side again. Though. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the points were not set correctly, and I just rammed something quite hard.
That did not go according to plan.
That's very frustrating.
Oh, Sam, you were doing so well.
Oh, no. It's because it's straightforward. But I did say a couple of minutes ago, I'm going to assume the points are set correct. Mike is sending me facepalm emojis. Right, let's do it again, but quicker and better. Right, okay. Right, no, it happens, and it's what happens when you're not fully dialed into making sure you're doing it correctly. It's okay.
Bravo.
I don't mind these things happen, and it's all part of the fun.
Oh gosh. Well done.
Oh, hold on. Let's set the cut out. There we go. All right. Oh, I haven't got my heaters on. I don't want my heaters on.
Oh, Tiny Boy Game said first service fail of the year.
First service and last. It's never going to happen again. I'm never failing another service so long as I live.
I strongly believe it's first of many.
Right.
Much
Slap it in
like,
forwards, off we toddle.
The way I can't help but overshoot, you can't help but
No, accidents just happen to me.
yeah.
I can be doing everything right and the whole thing explodes. And you kind of go, oh, okay. Oh, interesting. That's not what I anticipated at all. And yet it is. Right, stuff it. I'm not getting out of the cab. I'm going to do it all on the map to save a bit of time this time round. No, I'm not going to be beaten by this service. I am going to complete it and it will be good. And I'll remember to take the independent brake off when I decide to use it because I'm going a bit swiftly.
Oh gosh. Bless you.
Yeah.
Yep, the same goes to show you do need to pay attention. Yes, you do.
Switching is the most complicated thing you could do in the game. Because there is a lot to keep an eye on. You might only be going at low speed, but there's a lot to get wrong, and not setting switches correctly or taking your eye off the ball, and it will go wrong. Mm-hmm. Not to mention the fact when you're hauling something pretty sizable and you're trying to keep your traction set correctly. It reckons I'm in the right place. I'm not so sure about that, but we'll take the word for it. Right, give me a bit of service while I hit some 9. Right.
Ooh.
Okay, I don't want that one, and then I do want that one. That one is already set. That one is now correctly set. We're good to go. Don't hit. See, my instinct says hit escape, but it's not. You should hit 9.
Okay.
Yeah. Ignore your instincts. They're just there to lie to you, let you down. All right.
Mr. JMB asked, did you ever find out how you broke the TGV on stream?
No, nobody has any idea what I did or how I did it.
Nice.
Classic me. That is. No one's entirely sure how or why anything associated with me. It just happens. Right, how far have we got? 300 yards.
P-Jan said I do that all the time too, Sam. On map screen, escape should exit the map. I mean,
that's what your instinct says, right? And
yep.
I should let Matt know, because it wouldn't take too much effort to make it not go to the menu there, and instead just to back out of the map. But that's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's hardly the biggest deal breaker. I would fight more strongly to have the place names on the map than escape taking you out of the map. Right, there you go. That's it. That's a good speed.
Ooh, it is good.
Still a little bit quick, but that's okay. That'll do.
Good enough.
Now, I'm assuming I hit something, you see. I I am going to do this manually because you don't often get to do a bit of uncoupling, and I quite like it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I will. I don't want to leave the. I don't want to leave me my second unit behind, so I won't uncouple here. There we go. And right there.
Ooh.
There we are. No, that's good. Right.
So you don't always have to like get out to uncouple it.
No,
That's
you can
there,
use.
but-
You can. I don't know if you still can or not, but you used to be able to use the free cam, and
Okay.
while you're in the right position, just click it as you're going past.
I see.
There we go. Right, let's go.
Mega.
Right, and I've found the sweet spot to avoid any traction-based issues is about notch 3, and then maybe take it up as far as notch 5 to get that first 0.1 mile per hour, and then drop it back to notch 3 as you start accelerating, and then you can increase the power as you get going a little bit faster. Using the independent again. Right, yeah, thank you. Good safety note there. Alright, good. Okay, what do you want from me here? What are we doing next? Stop down the other end. Right. Okay. We're here. Yes. I want to go down there. Alright, that's easy. That's a one lever job, that one. Alright, slap it back in reverse. Yeah. And
You got
then
this.
brakes off.
So PJ said Control plus Shift plus C is the front coupler.
Oh, okay.
Shift plus C decouples the back coupler.
I'm not thrilled about manual shortcuts, but that's just me. It's only recently that I've started driving on the keyboard, but that's just purely so I can spend more time outside the train looking at it and going, ooh.
And he also says, in this scenario, because of the helper, it was unusable. That's
Oh, okay.
awesome.
Oh,
Thanks.
I get you. Yeah, because it would uncouple your helper.
Okay.
Someone asked about motion blur and whether I've got it
Yes, they
switched
did.
on or not. I don't know if it'll tell me actually. Let's have a look. Motion
Blur is off.
Motion blur's off. Stick it on. Oh, hold on. I didn't hit apply. Hang on. You got to hit apply because we're old school around here. It doesn't just do it. Right. Apply. Thank you. Because I've mucked around doing a lot of F2 action and it hasn't yielded the kind of results I want. Or Shift F2, Control F2. Can't ever see any difference. Yeah,
Nicholas is asking
just
next roadmap with many question marks, and that is next Tuesday.
on the 12th,
Yeah.
as was advertised at the end of the last roadmap. But that's okay. You don't have to remember when the next one's coming. We do. But it is exactly when we said it would be. That's because Adam's not back yet. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How do you do free cam on Xbox One S Train Simulator? I don't know. Do you know how to do that, Sam?
I don't. Look, it's a failing on my part. I should know the console controls, but I don't. I tried it once and I found it counterintuitive. But then Matt told me why it wasn't counterintuitive and that actually I should shut up.
Right.
Which, to be fair to Matt, is usually good guidance.
Yeah.
And where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, I'm over here. Look. See, because forward is not always forwards. Right, I want that one. Yeah. And this one is already set. Okay. No, 9. Have I set the direction correctly?
Let's hope so.
Alright, here is front, so we want backwards. Okay.
Gamer Kid is asking what the horn sounds like, please.
Pretty standard.
Pretty standard.
Nothing out of the ordinary there. Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I didn't want backwards, I wanted forwards. Yeah, no, that's okay. These things happen to me frequently. That's okay. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've got infinite patience for these kinds of things. Forwards. I even looked at it and I went, that's the front. I want to go backwards. No, it's not. Right, let's do it again, but better, please.
There we go.
Actually, since it's just me and a helper, I can probably grip it and rip it a little bit more, but I don't want to speed any more than is absolutely necessary.
Ooh, Patrick asked a good question. What is the max speed for coupling? So, like...
I've heard it's about... that it should be 3 kilometres an hour. So
right.
That's like 1.5, 2 miles per hour. But even that could be construed as a little bit brisk. In terms of what speed will quite merrily ruin your day, if it was in fact down to me overspeeding into a connection last time around, I was pushing my my train and I was doing 11 miles per hour.
11.
So go easy is the only recommendation I've got for you. Right, stick the reverser into forward, stop at Hamilton Yard. We'll check the points along the way.
Yes, we will.
Because if that happens again, I'm going home. I've put the emergency brake on. I'll push the wrong button out, flipping heck. Right, hang on, it's going to take a moment.
Helium87 said, how does Dovetail make the signalling systems to match the railroad? It's just lots of research, isn't it?
How do we do what, sorry?
How does Dovetail make the signalling systems to match the railroad?
Well, I mean, one of the benefit to us in... No, you're going the wrong way again. No, it's fine. I'm just keeping you on your toes. The benefit to us in largely focusing on 3 different countries is that we've got designs for the signalling systems in those countries, so that we at least stay consistent with what the rules should be there. We aim to be as close to authentic as we can be, given the constraints that are there for us. But yeah, they're based off real world.
Yeah. So the team will say it was a brand new route, brand new. We'd never done it before, like brand new country.
Yeah.
They'd have to take the time to find out these signals and what they look like and where they go and stuff like that.
Yes, absolutely. And they're never radically different, but there are nuances to every system that you need to get used to. And the different lighting codes is the main one, and I think you can justifiably call yourself fairly expert when you understand the different lighting codes that operate on different signals in different countries. I have absolutely no idea. I still work largely on the basis of green means go, red means don't go, and yellow means probably ought to be ready to stop, except of course that yellow doesn't always mean you need to be ready to stop. Quite often it means you might need to be ready to stop, you might not need to be ready to stop. The next signal could be red or green. Good luck. You're going to go, what the heck kind of a use are you? You clearly know. You're wired together. You should know whether the next signal is currently red or green. Why do you not know? Why? Why are you being so obtuse? There you go. See? And that's the conversation that happens in my head whenever I'm confronted with a signal.
Fair enough. It's quite a big competition. Jamie's been doing his best to teach me some of the signals and stuff so I can understand it a bit more, which is good of him.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm going up here. We know that was set correctly. And then, if I recall, it switched me over onto a different line, at which point I ran quite merrily into the back of something. Yeah, it's this one. Stop that. We want to stay on this turquoisey kind of deal here.
Yes, we do.
And when you mouse over the switch lever, the purple bit tells you which way you're going. So if I do it like that, it tells me I'm going up that way. Don't want to go up that way. No, that's a bad way to go. That way leads to almost certain death. In fact, there you go. That's what I ran into.
Ah.
One lot of those. We'll wave as we go past.
You ran into buffers apparently.
I'm not sure that. I think there are buffers there. Oh, there's a medium weight heavy coming the opposite direction. All right, okay, there you are. We're rolling. We're good.
We're doing all right this time.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah. This so far. Give it time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. It's all splendid.
It is.
I'll even give it a dab of horn when we're at the next approach. Where am I? What am I looking at here?
What is happening?
Yeah. I just decided I need to have a good look at the shed. I should probably have some lights on, you know. In fact, I might even stick some on. Do I have control over? I should have control over the helper units lighting.
I swear you just put a heater on.
I did put a heater on.
Okay.
But I've stuck my disco light on. That's my nod in the direction of I've got the light set correctly. I probably should have jumped in the other cab and set them up. Ditch light's rear. Yeah, you see, it's only giving me the warning light.
Yeah.
You can try a bit of that.
Ooh.
I don't know the lighting controls well enough.
You see, I'm usually very good at not putting the lights on.
Look, that I put them on at all is better than usual.
It's better than I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, we've got another junction coming up here, so we'll give it a bit of this.
Good. Yeah, it's Canada. It's a bit chilly. Yeah.
One would think. You know what? I'm too high. I need to be about there. That feels like a good angle to watch from. Admittedly, this is really showing off that I don't have the light set correctly.
Tiny Boy Games is asking, does this route have turntables?
I don't think this one does. Sandpatch definitely does. I don't believe this one does.
Okay.
Or if it does, I've not come across them. I've done the refueling a couple of times, and I've done a couple of scenarios, but I've not encountered a turntable yet.
Okay.
That doesn't mean there isn't one. It just means I don't think there is. Now, if we stick our head out the other side, we should be able to see that which slay us. Slew.
Yes.
Sled.
You're also being asked if you could show the full map, please, but perhaps not while we're looking.
No. I'm fairly certain we're safe at the moment, so yes, I can totally do that. There you go. Here's the full map. So you've got a lot of yard work going on down here before you head off into the yonder.
Oh my gosh, it's busy there.
Yeah, well, this is why you need switching, so you can set up all your freight appropriately before it heads on out there. I don't think we're going to see that other heavy. I could, but if I looked out the right side of the train, we might get a look at it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure where I am at the moment. Wrong side of the train. Okay. Did you mean left? I possibly did mean. Nice. Yeah, that's. Someone taught me recently about using the cursor keys to move your camera position while you're sat down. See, and I'll be honest, I haven't entirely mastered it yet. We're going a bit quick, but hopefully the fact that we're going uphill should take the heat out of that.
I mean, that didn't seem to go to plan.
No, that's okay. I'm only just over the speed. It's fine. Now the other thing, if you're adjusting your brakes on a heavy freight train, I mean this isn't that heavy. This is only this is a little freight train. The brakes take a couple of seconds to release. So if you want to just give it a dab of brake and then let it back off again, you should expect to have to release the brakes before you want them released, if that makes sense.
Studio says apparently you still have a junction set wrong ahead. Which one?
All right, let's have a look.
Let's have a look if you do.
That one's right.
It is indeed.
That one's right. Oh, hold on. That one is not right. It is now. Yeah, but that's less of an issue. As long as I was doing a sensible speed, it wouldn't have thrown the track off. I'd have had some engineers been a little bit unhappy with me for forcibly changing the points by driving over them. But it wouldn't have been the end of the world.
I appreciate the heads up on that one.
No. I'm very much in favour of being told when I'm about to get it wrong.
Yeah, I love it. Sometimes when I'm making
you're
a mistake.
You're about to die in a paint explosion.
Yeah.
All right, now let's park this camera on the hood here. Move back a little bit more. That's it. Now down. There you go.
Ooh. Trying to get the money shot.
No, I want to be the silver ghost sat on the front of the train. See?
Right. You got it. Nice.
There you go. Yeah, coming through, punks. I have right of way because I'm massive. Right. So last time we were on the other track.
Right.
And then we took a dip off at this next switch here.
So it had already gone horribly wrong by this point.
At this point, I think we probably would have recovered actually because there's nothing in the way on that other track. But other than that, it's all good.
We were
see. Look, you got Vert München from 10 minutes ago, saying 20 minutes ago, in fact, saying American freight is boring. I get it's not the most thrilling thing to watch because it happens at quite a slow speed.
Yeah.
But in terms of being good to drive, great thing to drive. But that's why we offer a variety of different things. So you can drive the stuff that you find the most interesting.
Yeah, like we said before, not all DLC is for everyone.
Add-ons.
Add-ons. Sorry.
No, that's all right. DLC is just a boring way of describing it. DLC describes the method by which you acquire it.
I wish there was a nicer word for it, you know.
Add on to the game.
Yeah. When did they stop calling it expansions and stuff like that?
When they weren't big enough to warrant being called expansions.
Okay.
And the first past the post there was horse armor.
Excuse me?
Horse armor was the first piece of DLC.
Horse armor.
Horse armor. I can't remember the game for the life of me. It wasn't a Skyrim. Or was it a Skyrim? No, Skyrim. An Elder Scrolls.
Someone said
it might
Oblivion.
have been an Elder Scrolls. No, I was certain it was an Ubisoft game. But now I'm trying to think, well, what are Ubisoft's fantasy games? And I can't remember.
Everyone's saying Oblivion.
Oblivion, right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was horse armour, and it was £7.99 for a cosmetic set of horse armour, which created no small amount of concern. Okay. And this was, what are we talking, 16, 17 years ago, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So, you're talking £8 then, so adjusted for inflation, you're probably talking a tenner now for some horse barding. One unit only of horse barding. Not even, 20 different types of horse barding. None.
My Twitch has just died.
Okay. Load it up again.
No, it won't. It won't even open. Everything else will, just not my Twitch. So
yeah.
Sorry if anybody's commenting on Twitch and I don't see it. It should come through on Restream, but just a heads up.
It's okay. I'm only seeing Restream from half an hour ago, so it's all
right. Yeah. Apparently, it was an ugly horse in armor.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good horse armor either. But that's the point at which they stopped being expansions.
Okay, that makes sense.
You still get expansions, and people don't do enough to call things expansions when they justifiably are. Paradox, probably the ruler of the expansion. I mean, I guess we do a pretty good job as well. The stuff that we stick out is expansion in size.
Yes, definitely.
Right, there you go. A bit more honking. Right, yellow signal.
It does appear that Twitch is having a moment.
Okay.
Not just for me. I am watching on YouTube as well, don't worry.
Well, as long as you're watching, that's the bit that matters. I mean, I only do this for your entertainment. Why are we slowing down? I'm going downhill. Oh, unless because I'm going backwards, the grade is displaying.
It would appear that way.
I think the grade always displays according to the nose of the train. So
although
the nose of the train is going down, which means I'm actually going uphill. It's only a very shallow grade, but it would explain why I was slowing down.
Because of where our faces are, you can't actually see the grade right now.
Oh, okay. Take my word for it.
Yeah.
I'll have to make our cameras smaller again. Because if you can't see the HUD, then you're missing half of the information. So
you can see the speed you're going.
Yeah, but you can't see what notch I'm in.
No.
Okay, here's another yellow. Now there was a red further up, but I think this is what was this was the red, and I think that's now changed.
Okay.
Still got a mile and a half to go at the blistering pace that we're currently doing. I might give it a dab more throttle to see if we can't get there at some point today.
Would be nice if we could put our avatars on the left side of the screen instead.
I think that would be the smarter place for them.
I don't know why we don't do that.
Don't ask me. I'm the one that should think about these things. Oh, classic.
It makes more sense.
Docked me points there, and I was only just over speed that moment.
Oh dear.
That's just me.
I mean, I think you demonstrated that it's not going to be too much of a penalty.
No, it's not. No, but you see, you're not. the other thing about doing freight is you're not playing against the clock.
True.
You can take all day about it if you feel like it. Right, I should probably have a quick look at the map as well.
Yes.
We need to come off there, but there's no switch to fiddle with there, so we're good. And then what have we got? Let's zoom in so people can see what I'm doing. That one's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine, but that's a red.
Oh, red signal. Oh, now I understand what the dots are.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's okay. That might just be a talk to signals and get them to give us the okie dokie.
Do they sometimes change as well, like when you get closer to it?
They do.
Yeah.
But you should always be ready to stop, not be ready to go. Come on, let's have it. That's how mistakes occur.
Okay. Yeah.
You only need to spad 20, 30, 40 times before you kind of go, I'm a bit bored. Just...
Yeah.
Under a mile now, and there's an exciting yellow coming up in 180 yards. Steady on. Brace yourselves for adventure.
Way to sound enthusiastic.
No, it's good. It's just, this is why I don't do it on stream, right? Because firstly, you've got to concentrate a lot, and secondly, you kind of go. Commuter trains, they're the funnest things to do on a stream. Because it's a non-stop level of adventure. I'm not sold on that I'm actually in the right place yet, but I am. It's only because it's showing me where I'm going to end up, and that's probably around the corner a bit. It's still a mile to go. It's going to be fun.
Can you do passenger routes on the Canadian one, on this one?
It doesn't come with any passenger routes, but you've still got off the rails. I mean, you'll be dumping your passengers in a siding. But or a freight yard of some kind.
I mean, if they were rude passengers, then I don't see why not.
Well, and that's your own personal brand of justice.
Yes, it
And you're entitled to it. Doesn't make it right. Is Adam on holiday too? Yeah, Adam's off at the moment, but he won't be forever. Yeah, okay, right. We've got a red coming up in half a mile. And then I'll get on the blower to Johnny's signals and go, sort it out. And he'll go, oh, I beg your pardon, I forgot to press a button. In fact, I might try him now. No, there's no route available. No, see, he's lying. He's full of it. Actually, no, we're going to come up on our stop location before we come up on that red, so it's all right.
Okay. But he is lying. Like, that was a lie.
Well, lying is a very strong word. I think maybe he's just misinformed.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, interesting. Tommy said this is actually a passenger line. It's owned by Go Transit, and CN has tracking rights. Trackage rights.
There you go.
That's cool. Yeah. Hey guys, what's the keyboard shortcut for Train Sim World 2 to display FPS? Do you know?
Is it? Maybe it's N or M or something like that. It's or Control Shift Alt N. I don't. Pretty sure it's N. But I've got the Steam overlay FPS counter on the go.
Everybody's saying F3.
F3. Oh, yeah, there you go.
You were almost exactly right.
There you go. Yeah, F3's up. And F3 actually disagrees with what Steam says it's doing.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I would trust the native one more than Steam's take on it. But
so would I.
You know, they're not a million miles apart. One was saying I was doing 45, the other was saying I was doing 40. So you know, it's not that big a deal. All right, let's not break this one.
Let's not.
All right.
I believe in you.
Stopping point 350 yards. A red signal 500 yards. We should be fine here. We should do well. See there, I said there's someone from 20 minutes ago telling me headlight setting is wrong. Yeah. I knew it was coming. You can pass this information on, you know. That's okay.
How many stations are there on the TGV? It's 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is quite a long route.
Well, it's quite lengthy, but
yeah.
But actually, I would say more than it being longer than other routes that we've done, it's the variation in
the gradients.
That's the fella. Yeah, it makes it really quite a fun route to play, but I would say it's a lot like Isle of Wight or. What's it? The Southwest? No, whatever it's called. The preservation line, the heritage line that we've got. In that, it is a bit of a novelty route, but you can get quite a lot of fun out of it just by running other trains down there.
Okay. Yeah. What have you had a go?
No, not yet. No, doing what? Trying speed runs in my class 101. No, I haven't done it yet. Should do though. Right, let's bring it up on here. Now you don't have to be massively precise here, but
West Somerset, by the way.
A small West Somerset. Thank you. I knew it was somewhere in the southwest. There you go. I'll stop right there. That should be enough for anybody's money. Very good. Uncouple all the cars. Glad to be shot of them. So if I go over here, there you go. See? Uncoupling from the camera. Stop at location 300 yards away. 10-4, good buddy. Right, brakes off, power on. Bye-bye now, bye-bye.
Bye. Off you go. Hey, at least you went in the right direction this time.
Well, to be honest, it was the same direction I was already going, so the challenge was modest there. Where's my red? 150. Where's my target? 200 odd. Alright. Power off, brakes on.
Are they going to let you go?
And then talk to Johnny Signals and go, come on, Johnny, sort it out. How am I supposed to get over there? Also, checkpoints. Alright, there we go. Right, okay. And miraculously, the red has now disappeared. Right.
Magic.
Well, that's because the red is over that side. I ran into the buffers previously. Yeah, I thought I ran into a train.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm half an hour behind on the chat. But but if nobody tells me these things, then how am I supposed to know?
Sorry.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe I didn't want to rub it in anymore, you know.
I know. That would be a first. You take every opportunity.
What?
I don't think I have noticed.
I do no such thing. Hang on. No, I can't.
Sassing me all day long.
You give as good as you get, and you know it.
It's very true. There you go. Hang on. Stop, please. Stop, please. Thank you. Right, where do you want me to go next? Back it up a bit. How far? Mile. How much have I got left on my shopping list? 2 stops left. Okay, right, we can do that. I'm flipping it. Escape should get rid of things.
We literally just had a chat about how escape doesn't do what you want.
Right, we're actually going forwards this time. Right, okay, there you go. Back in the cab for a moment. Back in the cab for a moment, please. Thank you. Back in the cab. Thank you. Slap this over onto that one. Yeah. And make sure the right front's up. Good. Check the wreckage before we wreck the checkage. Right, we're going that way. That's it. That's good. That's good. Yeah, and then that's not set correctly. Okay, good. Yeah, you caught me out once, but yeah, fool me once, shame on someone. Fool me twice, you can't get fooled more than once. It's a George Bush quote.
Okay.
Yeah. I might have mangled the quote a little bit, but
just a smidge.
No. That's a legit George Bush quote. That's how he mispronounced it. It's quite endearing.
Oh, so JP said check yourself before you wreck yourself. I like that.
That's an old one.
I like it though.
I know, but okay. Well, you're clearly easily impressed.
Sometimes, yes.
That's why you think I'm amazing. Right, okay, let's get the chest up in. No, give me 3 rather than 2. Park it. About there. That's nice. That's nicer. Alright, okay. You know what? I've got a mile to go. I'm prepared to thump it a little bit. Just for this one, I'll sacrifice a gold in place and have a silver if it means we can get to the finish line. Of course, if I've got the point set incorrectly, that's going to be bad news.
Let's hope you've got it set correctly.
I did just look at it.
Yeah, that doesn't fill me with confidence. The chat haven't shouted that you've done it wrong, so I'm assuming you've done it correctly.
Yeah, they will be shouting about me being overspeed at the moment, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I am deliberately overspeed. I mean, that's almost something I've never done before. There we go. It's all coming together. It's all working out just marvellously. I'm going to check the points again. Right, you're happy? Yeah, you're happy. Yes, you appear to be happy. That's good. There's a red light. Okay.
Okay.
You're happy. You're thrilled, and you're pleased as punch. Right, good. Okay. All right. There we are. See, I'm just cruising.
I think we've had a few people from Twitch visit us on YouTube, so welcome to YouTube. if you were watching us on Twitch, because Twitch is having a moment.
Yeah, well, would you say that Twitch is perhaps acting a little twitchy?
Get out.
I know, it was weak, but it was there.
That's Christmas cracker jokes.
No, it was
right
weak,
there.
but it was there, and because it's there, I'm taking it. If you shoot every opportunity that comes your way, at some point it will have been worth shooting. That's what I always say when I can be bothered. Right, 160 to a yellow, 390 to my destination. Okay, let's. How are we doing? We're only 1 mile per hour over the limit. That's okay.
That's not even that bad.
That's not even that bad.
Yeah.
And I think this is the yellow that was a red.
Ooh.
Nope, red in 450. Nope. Okay, fine. We'll be ready for that. I've got a bit of initial reduction on the go. It's all going to be great.
What's your personal favourite route on Train Sim World, Sam?
I don't know. No, I honestly don't know. I think possibly Northern Transpennine.
Okay.
But that's only because it's the one that I am most familiar with the stations. But I don't know. Yeah, probably Northern Transpennine. Probably. I don't know.
Way to sound sure about that.
That'll do as my answer for today. There you go.
Okay.
Right, where do you want me to go next? I'll go back that way, would you? Oh, flipping heck, I just came from there. Right, okay, we want to switch that one. And then park in a sensible location. Leave the vehicle where it looks like it has always been. Right.
Hayat's Hut asked, why is there no livery editor for some DLC trains? Isn't that going to be added?
Yeah, it is. It's because those trains are from the preserved collection, which is means that they're going through a process of being upgraded to be fully compliant with Train Sim World 2, which will then allow them to make use of the livery editor. So they're coming; they're all on the roadmap,
Yep.
but it's a one at a time kind of a process.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just take a bit of time.
Yep. So they're coming.
Yeah. Sweet. Nice.
There you go. See, the other thing is, the other thing that's great about switching is it's not very hard. It's actually, this is about as complicated as it gets. Sometimes you have one where you're snaking your way through lots of junctions and you're constantly changing points and constantly stopping and starting and stuff. But most of the time, this is more or less what you're doing. Now, getting it absolutely spot on perfect, I'm probably going to stop too soon here. Yeah, I am going to stop too soon, but that's okay. No, I hadn't finished. I hadn't finished. I was going to line the camera up with the finishing line, so
Aww.
that
That was sad. That was a sad ending.
disappointing ending there.
You look so upset about it, and it makes me sad.
I was lining the camera up so that I could just ease in and come to a stop, and that would have been lovely. And I only got a bronze. Nah, that's fine.
I mean, nobody can actually see the bronze because I'm pretty sure my face is in the way, so you could have lied and nobody would have known.
I could have, but I'm not going to. I mean, if they'd given me a bronze for that, I don't think I would have deserved it, frankly.
Well, I think everybody sympathises with...
Nigel asked, how do you select routes for TSW2? As in, how do we choose which ones we're going to make? Whew, there's a lot of art involved in that. That's worthy of a full article. When we do the next selection phase, Nigel, swing past again and ask the question again. And ask Mike. Make a note of that one. When we're doing our next decision round, we need a fly on the wall to then write up how the decisions were made.
Okay.
And why those decisions were made, because I think that would be of interest to people.
I think it would be, definitely.
Yeah.
Note has been made, apparently.
Note has been made. Thanks, Mike.
Excellent.
All right, great. There you go. Apparently, that one should have taken 30 minutes. I did it in 40. In the menu, it says it takes 40.
Well, there you go,
In
then.
the game, it says it takes 30. The game doesn't know what it's talking about.
No, it does not.
The menu does, which is odd. So if we continue journey. Journey's finished. I'd finished. We're obviously backing up and having another go. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today. We're back next week. Apparently, I've got the GP9RM introduction. There's a Robin delight.
Very nice.
Welcome
Yeah.
to this GP9RM
It's talking to us
diesel
now.
locomotive.
Good.
Canadian
I don't need it to
delivery.
talk to me. I know
This
everything there is to know. It's a train. What do you want to know?
switching
Hey,
cars
come
in
on,
any yard,
honestly.
operations
Shall I
tractors.
fill everybody in with next week?
Yeah, give them the
Discussion?
plan. What's next
Yeah.
week's plan?
So, on Tuesday, for all of
Climb aboard
those
to
of you
get
who've
started.
asked about the roadmap, on Tuesday is the roadmap stream with Sam and Adam.
Woo!
On Wednesday, big surprise, we have Workshop Wednesday with Matt and Jamie. Then on Thursday, it's me and you again, Sam.
Woo!
I'm driving Long Island Railroad
Oh,
M3.
smashing. Good stuff.
Yep. And then on Friday, it's myself and Jamie Jamie will be driving the BR Class 20.
Very nice. Okay, well, that's what you've got to look forward to. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you'll look forward to it. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks, Nat.
Thanks, Sam.
There you go. Good. See, this is look, it's professionalism.
We're getting
and
there.
we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.
Bye.